Okay, so American Lit folks, here's what we get to do today. Find the slide. So I'm going to demonstrate again for you in Schoology where you can find certain things to help as a reminder. And for those who may be watching this who are distance learners, maybe they didn't see this the first time. So I want to make sure you get that. I'm also going to go over a couple of the answers from yesterday's task 2, where you got task 1 as well. You got notes on American Romanticism and on Washington Irving, and you started the story, The Devil and Tom Walker. So I'm going to demonstrate some of those answers for you. As always, whenever I show you an answer, you are welcome to take it, or you can adapt it so it's more your own. So after I show you those answers, I'm going to give you some time today to finish the story and your week 5 handout, then to take quiz 2. So that quiz is due by the end of the week, but as you know, the very, very last day you can take that quiz is Friday, April 2nd. And that's because the quarter ends the following week. So it's better to get these things done now. So that way at the end of the quarter, you don't have like 4 quizzes to make up. That would not be fun. So let's show you, let's demonstrate in Schoology, let's give you your examples and then give you time to do those things. So I'm going to share my Schoology tab here. So here's Schoology. I got a picture from The Devil and Tom Walker, that story there. That's toward the end is what this picture is from. Right, so as you can see here on Schoology, you have a green folder that says examples, resources. I would really suggest if you are behind to check that folder because I have the answers so far for the past 4 weeks right in there for you. I would also suggest before you take quizzes, review those answers so you make sure you have them right. Whenever I hand back work to you, if something's not going right or you're missing something, I will write a comment on there, not only so you can revise and get a better grade and learn it, but so when you get to the quiz, you have the correct answer for the quiz. Now notice I've organized Unit 1 into one folder, but I'm keeping the quizzes on this main page. I'm doing that because last semester I got really good feedback from students that it was hard for them to find their quizzes when they were tucked in a folder. So I'll keep them right on here for you. So the first quiz, if you haven't done that, get that done today. And then you have your second quiz on Puritans. That quiz is based entirely on the week 3 and 4 handouts. Same questions, same kind of deal. All right, let's model for you some of those answers from this week's work. So if you have not yet pulled up week 5 on Schoology, I would going to give you some free answers. So yesterday we talked about American Romanticism and how it's different from European Romanticism, mostly just because it came later and it's in America. That's the main difference. So you were supposed to write 2 characteristics of American Romanticism. Here's 2 that you could have. So they believed that you can find truth in nature, and they were interested in the supernatural. And that goes for European and American Romanticism. I'm going to pause for a moment so you can get those answers on your handout if you haven't done so. Yesterday, you also learned about our first author for Unit 2, Washington Irving. So you had to write 2 ways or 2 reasons why he's significant to American literature. In other words, why do we care about this guy? So here's 2 things you could write. He was one of the first American romantic writers, and then he was one of the first to become internationally famous. I'm going to pause so you can write that. Yesterday, you were asked to define satire. This is the best definition. I know for imagery, there's more definitions. This is the best one for satire as far as our purposes in American Lit. So, satire is writing that makes fun of society or people to improve it. That's usually its goal. It's pointing out what's wrong to make things better. And a lot of times it has ridicule or hyperbole in it. Of course, I'm pausing so you can get that. So, four, what is one modern or popular example of satire? So, you could have put any one of these: SNL, Stephen Colbert, TheOnion.com, The Simpsons, Family Guy. Any one of those is an example from our time of satire. Pausing so you can write that down. And you just need one. So on your handout, I've already given you one example of satiric writing from the story. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm using last semester's handout for answers. You gotta be honest. So you were already given this one on your handout. So you needed an example with a text citation. However, Tom might have felt disposed to sell himself to the devil. He was determined not to do so to oblige his wife, so he flatly refused out of the mere spirit of contradiction. And then notice the punctuation is at the end after the parentheses. Then I got to say, what does it show about Puritans? So throughout the story, whatever Tom and his wife do, show what's wrong with Puritans. So this shows that although Puritans claim in their writings they believe in the sacredness of God and the sacredness of marriage, pardon me, and of being close to God, Tom hates his wife to the point of deciding at first to not sell his soul to the devil only to make her mad. So the reason why he doesn't. This shows Puritans aren't as holy as they claim. A person close to God would reject the devil for better reasons. So that's your first one. You folks are going to go find today an example on your own, just like that in the text. So you write the text citation and then what it says about Puritans or people. You're going to do the same thing for imagery. And then you're going to discuss reading strategies you may have used in reading this text. So at this point, I want to make sure that you have time to finish The Devil and Tom Walker and to take either quiz 1 and quiz 2 or just quiz 2. So at this point, go for it. Go ahead and do those things. And as always, if you need anything, I'll be in the meet.